Alright, welcome back to Warsaw. This will be Warsaw Part 2. I'll jump in right where I left off. I leveled up my people, kind of went through what you can do here in your stronghold on my last video. If you missed that one, I'll have a link down in the description. And otherwise, I'm just going to go right into the first mission. Alright, so what I think I want to do here is look at morale and attrition. Even though it's the beginning of the game, I want to keep the places that have the lowest morale in decent shape. So that one had 60. This one also has 60. This one has 75. So I'll do one of the ones that has 60. Reduce Nazi presence in the area. 4 days, I'll get a damaged grenade. Their income is 10 war assets and 4 supplies. This one is 12 war assets and 6 supplies. I'll get a damage for the revolver. And I just have to re-establish the down telephone lines. I think I'll do this one. It takes one more day, but it seems like the district itself is a better producing one, so I want to keep that healthy. Prepare for the mission. So this is where you can pick your guys. Similar to Darkest Dungeon, it kind of tells you by these blocks underneath their character portrait where their skills seem most effective. So this fella wants to be kind of in the back. These two like to be more in the front, and then these volunteer kind of people that don't have all the skills and everything, they seem to be useful basically anywhere. I like to I'll maybe put her in the way back. Well, actually, if I put her way back up here, that new healing ability I got, we'll be able to use on this whole row. I like to leave these front spots open because randomly when you start missions, there can be obstacles and they will prevent damage if you're right behind them. So it seems wise to leave those front spots open if you can. Can this guy... yeah, he can use all his stuff from there. And then you have limited supplies, and this is also your inventory for the mission. So as you're in missions, you'll find items, and you have limited space. So if I bring like all my ammunition, all my stuff, I won't be able to pick up as much new items. So I'm going to bring my compass and this kind of variety of ammo. Do I actually have... one thing I don't like about this game is once you put people in your deployed fire team, it doesn't let you see their abilities. So you have to take them out to go back and look. So short ammo, no ammo. This guy is taking long ammo and explosives, so I do need all types of ammo. If you don't, if you make a team that like has no need for long ammo, the game will still default it into your mission supplies, so remember to look and then take that out if you don't need it. None of my guys are at all hurt yet, so I think I'm going to save the space and not bring bandages. And I'm going to go. Load times in this game seem pretty quick, which is nice. Alright, so here's the basic mission. You're kind of an overhead view of the town. You got buildings here, you got streets, if you speak Polish. They're named and you can read them. I'm not even going to try and embarrass myself. Here's your inventory. You can pop up. I think you can drop stuff out of it. Pick it back up if you want. Remaining action points. So this may change depending on the mission. I know I haven't always started with 140. That seems kind of high. Down here it's got available encounters, so as I move around the board I'll see these encounters. There's 9 potential battles, 5 events, which I have found that events can lead to a battle, and then 3 loot crates. Also, I think after battles there can be loot that doesn't come out of those, but we'll have to try and pay attention as we play. You got your people down below here, just kind of a reminder of who you've got, and your mission objectives in the top left. Once you complete the mission objectives, a button will appear up in the top left to complete and end the mission. You don't have to end it immediately if you've still got action points and like loot that you want to go and grab. Don't feel you need to end immediately. Alright, I'm going to check out this event. Alright, so this is what I'm looking for, is reestablish down telephone line. Proceed. Clear the channel. These telephone lines will yet serve the uprising, but right now there's still more work to be done. Alright, so you can see as I move, my action points are dropping, so I have to be a little careful. Alright, so when you see a guy, they have this radius basically, and an eyeball sign here for if they can see you or not. If you get too close, they will engage you and attack. So it makes sense in this game to avoid combat when you don't need to fight. So that's what I'm going to try and do. Alright, wrecked truck. The truck ahead has not been entirely stripped yet and appears to still have some of its cargo. So I got some heavy ammo and some bandages. That goes into my inventory. Alright, so there's another down power line. Same note. Alright, let's go grab these. As you get close to stuff, they appear on your map. Wow, there's lots of stuff in this one. Actually going to take supplies instead of that flare. And I think I can come back to this to get more, you know, if I use up some ammo, for instance, and I want to go back and pick up that flare, I think I can go back and do that. These arrows, by the way, tell you that there's something that direction. Oh, so here's a guy. Alright, so actions, activations they call them. You get 1 per person on your side, and then occasionally you see like this elite German infantry at the bottom. His stats on the right there, you can see he's worth 2 activations. So if I was to kill him, they would drop 2 activations. As of right now, they've got 5 and I've only got 4, so I don't know why they have... Yeah, they have 5, but their people only say they generate... Oh, there's a dog I can barely see. The dog has 1. So, alright, so here's the obstacles I was talking about. They have slightly different stats. You can see that this pile of bricks is very good against burn, whereas this barricade is less effective against it. Standing immediately behind those will get you a reduced damage, so that's why I like to have those empty spots right at the beginning. I think what I might start with is burning these 4. So I might set the bags on fire, the dog, their flamethrower guy, and their elite infantry. Yes, I got every one of them. Lots of times enemies will resist stuff. So now you can see over here that the guys that got set on fire are going to take 4 to 8 damage every tick, and if they act, they'll take a tick at the end of their turn. Otherwise, if they don't act, or if it just gets to the next round, everybody that has something like that will take a damage, or will take a tick at the beginning of the round. So the dog suppressed me, so now that guy can't act until the next round. At least I can't do one of these skills. I might still be able to move. We can move around the board, or just use an activation without any skills. These orange blocks underneath the character's icon is their stamina. So you can see here, this guy has used 1, so he's only got 2 stamina left. His accuracy has been reduced by 10. If I get down to 1 stamina, he'll take increased damage, and if I get to 0, he can't use any skills. So that's why you kind of want to spread your actions out, but it may at times be more beneficial to have one person go multiple times because their abilities are that good. Another thing to note, when I highlight the enemies with an action, you can see the damage and your accuracy in the top right, and it also will say flanking if you are in the opposite row. So this character's in the top row, these guys are in the opponent's bottom row. That means I'll do extra damage against those characters. It doesn't really look like you're really flanking them too much on this screen, but just picture that you're in a battle, you're more spread out, and the people in that other row are kind of getting around your opponents. Now I think that they probably have the same effect, so just be aware that you probably are taking more damage from them as well if you're in the flanking row. So I want to take these guys out as quickly as possible. Clear out takes 5 explosive ammo, which is kind of a lot. I've only got 77, but it penetrates armor, ignores cover, and does quite a bit of damage. It does take up 2 stamina. It's one of my few abilities I've seen that takes up more than 1 stamina, but I think it's worth it, especially early in the fight, and they've got 3 guys in a row without cover in front of them. Alright, so I missed the guy in the middle, of course, which is who I wanted to hit the most. But it still was good damage. He's still burning. Let's see. I'll probably save my medic for last, although I do have this repelling fire that I could shoot at the dog to push him back 1 tile so that he's not next to that sandbag and taking reduced damage. But I think right now I'm going to launch an explosive. Probably at this front guy. I want to kill the dude in the middle, but I don't want to be burning all the time either, so I'm going to hit that flamethrower guy. Alright, so we're going to be taking some damage due to that burn. I don't really need quick fix yet because my only people that have been hit have been the ones in the front. I haven't really taken much damage, I think, other than this guy's both bleeding and burning. Clear shot does decent damage and has a higher crit. But I kind of want to knock... Well, actually, if I set these guys on fire again next turn, I probably don't want to knock the dog back yet. I think this turn I'm just going to take a clear shot at this guy. One other thing about taking damage in this game is at the end of the mission, your people's time in the infirmary and how much damage they take is based off of the total damage they took in the mission. So even if I kind of cheesed my way through these battles and when there was one enemy left I just kept healing my people, that doesn't help in the long run because that one enemy is still going to be attacking you and the total damage those characters are taking is still increasing, even though for the current mission you will be better off, you know, from a health standpoint. I don't know if I explained that real well. Basically, the more damage you take throughout the mission, regardless of the healing you take, the worse off you're going to be at the end of the mission and the longer your people are going to be in the infirmary. Alright, so this guy's burning. There's not a lot I can do about that. He's going to take those ticks unless I had some way to get rid of them. So I might just start them on fire again. Sandbags didn't start on fire. You can blow up the obstacles, which I don't really say, but makes sense when you're talking about their ability to resist damage and stuff. Alright, so this guy is going to die after his next activation because he's burning and he's only got 1 hit point left. The guy in the back only has 22. That's pretty hurt. So target acquired, ignores cover. Mainly use that to ignore cover, I would say. And then single shot is basically a basic attack, which I might do. It's a good chance it's gonna kill this guy. Yep. Alright, we resisted and he just died. Perfect. So they got 1 action left. You'll notice when I kill somebody, they lose however many actions that character had. So, like, if I kill this dog, they'll lose their last action. I don't know if I have anybody that's really going to be able to kill him right away. Because... target acquired, if I got a crit, would do it. Explosive projectile. It's not likely to. Clear shot's not gonna hit anybody. I'm going to use my last action, I think, to heal. So maybe I'll just have her blast with the dog. You'll notice too that even though that only hits 1 spot, when you hit a guy that's behind cover, the cover will absorb some of the damage. It's not like it just disappears. So you can, you know, blow away cover even without directly clicking on it, you know. Alright, so the guy in the front's not hurt, but both my guy in the hat and my little volunteer are, so I think I might do a heal on both of them. Continues to burn a bit. So do they. Kills the dog, which is nice. Alright. So how do we take this guy down? Hotshot's very accurate. It'll push the guy back, which this guy needs him to be pushed back to be able to even hit him, so... I missed, of course.
Lauf weg!
I think I'm gonna do more healing on these guys. She's blinded, so she's gonna be having a penalty to hit.
Dafür werdet ihr bluten.
Of course, this guy's bleeding now. I wonder if I should have tried taunting an obstacle so that they'd attack it. I'm gonna try another pot shot, I think. Here we go. I don't know if they can resist that movement. You know, in Darkest Dungeon, when an ability moves your characters, there's a chance to resist it. I've never seen that happen, and it doesn't pop up anything like the burn does. Burn and bleed, so it's possible that you might not be able to resist it. Alright. Hopefully I can just kill this guy before he gets to go again. Killed 4 guys. So yeah, see, they dropped some loot. Here you can see how injured my people are going to be at the end of this mission. Quite a bit of stuff. I kind of want those supplies. I think I'm gonna do, let's try to heal, which I haven't successfully healed before. Just gonna use these heals up so that I make room. And then I'm gonna take those supplies. I think I'll also use a compass since they're, whoops. It's the problem if you're standing on top of an event like that and you try to use an item. That's why I said I hadn't successfully healed before, because I did that same thing. You have to move off the item before you can use an item in your inventory, it appears. So now my AP went green, and I won't take, or I won't use it as much as I move around. Dead body. Well, they've got a commendation. Well, I'm definitely going to take that. What do I get rid of? I have a lot of long ammo. Get rid of a long ammo, take a commendation. That, oops. Commendations are, you know, hard to come by. Seems like you get one per mission. I can take these two, I've got space. Alright, so I have a bad feeling that a place I need to go is up there, and probably this way. I think I probably went into the middle of my objectives. so there's a group of enemies there. I think I can just walk around them. So they can see me there, but their circle of operation is not big enough. So they're not attacking. Alright. I don't see any more objectives. I think I'm gonna head back to the one I saw this direction. I've got more compasses, so it's not the end of the world here that I had to do some backtracking. Oh, almost ran into those guys. And more guys. Something's going on. To keep myself from harm. Drawn by a gunshot, you run into a group of 3 children curled up by a wooden fence, clad in rags and dirty. They would look no different from any other war orphans if it was not for the eldest girl, no older than 13. She is pointing a gun at you, and there's a dead body of a middle-aged man at her feet. Looking at her disheveled appearance and terrified eyes, you wonder if they are Jewish children who managed to escape from the destruction of the nearby Warsaw ghetto. So here's where those traits come into play. I think they're called traits. Attributes, something. I can try and use charm to calmly implore her to drop the weapon, intuition to try and assuage her immediate fears, or academics to reach out through something they might know, or I can just slowly back away. I kind of wish I knew what my guys are good at, because I didn't pay attention to that, and there's no way to tell here. Do I do charm? I think intuition. Oh, maybe I can go back and look. So she's got a 60% at least. We got a 70% chance to charm. And a 70% chance with academics. I think I'm going to try and use charm with my guy that has more hit points, just because I have a feeling if he fails, she might shoot him and I'll take damage. Your teammate finds just the right tone to evoke sympathy in the girl, and she is swayed with a bit of friendly coaxing. She gives her gun a long, absent-minded look before lowering it in a conciliatory gesture. As to what comes next, let the children leave in peace, give them some money and basic supplies, ask them to hand over the gun. You know, I think kids can handle a gun. She seemed to know what she was doing, so even though a weapon might be nice, I'm going to try and do the nice thing and see if it gets me anywhere. Give her some money and basic supplies. While the uprising may not be able to take them in, you can at least offer something to keep them afloat a little longer. Astounded by the show of generosity, the girl eyes your team with disbelief. Then, as if filled with a previously lost warmth, she gives you a long and awkward hug. You do not know how to respond. So basically, this province gained 9 morale. I don't know if it's maxed out or if it can go above that. So we'll see. That maybe wasn't the most effective outcome, but okay, so that's like I think a battle event. I need to use another compass because I do not have a lot of AP here. It's not what I'm looking for, so I'm going to try and avoid it. I think this gold arrow may be pointing me towards one of my victory objectives. Yep. So that's what I need to look out for. one more.
Halt!
Oh, shit. Alright, so... looks like another group that's in good position to burn. By the way, you don't need to worry about moving your people back to their original positions like you do in Darkest Dungeon. After each encounter, people will just move back to where they started. Let's try and burn all these guys. And we got them. So what did that give him? Extra damage on their dog. Alright, is there any way I can kill that thing quick? Probably clear out. It's gonna be my best chance.
Vorsichtig, Granate!
Kills a grenade, does little damage to one of my people, but hopefully that means I can kill that dog before it gets into action. I'm sure I crit the thing that's almost dead. Typical. People that have an issue with like RNG, same as Darkest Dungeon or card or dice games, they may not like this one because it's, you know, you've got accuracy on everything, your damage is a varied range, but you know, the whole idea is mitigate that stuff. So alright, does anybody need to be healed desperately? Chicken the back could be, but kind of want to kill guys fast here. Take some damage, taking some burn. Nice. Alright. I think maybe I try to start him on fire again. Everything but the barricade. Not in a good place for that. Gets lit on fire. Alright. I think I still have a decent amount of explosive ammo. May try to just take out these top two guys. Yep. Take them out. That got rid of all but one of their activations. And now
Głowa do góry, Wiaro. Mam leki.
burn. Now see, I've got 4 activations there too. Very accurate. I think actually though, he's not going to be able to shoot single shots against these guys. I mean, it's... There's nothing terribly innovative, I don't think, with this game and its combat and stuff, but maybe as I unlock more characters or something, it will be. And regardless, you know, I'm still enjoying it. Alright, let's see if we can just take these guys out. This guy actually still has some life left in him. I don't know why sometimes guys move forwards when people in front of them die, and it seems like sometimes they don't. Penalty of fire doesn't do much damage. Got him. Alright, that wasn't too bad. I don't think I got any additional wounds. Sneak through that alley. Get the last telephone up and running. And complete the mission. I mean, I could go fight these guys and get... Oh, actually, that might be the guys I just fought. I can go over there and get their treasure. So, loot a little bit. Complete mission. Alright, so we took some wounds. The guys that only have one, I think, will probably be healed before my next mission starts. But like this guy for sure is going to still be hurt. And I guess you heal up like 25% I think of your hit points. So they might not be fully healed but pretty close. Return to the hideout. I'll go to next day till I'm in camp and then end this video. So 5 days. You can see these places that I didn't go to, gained some attrition and lost some morale. Got my income, still lost 15 war assets or momentum, dropped 75. Oh. Wait. Oh, 75 per day, and it's 5 days. There we go. New blood. Unusual news breaks out today, spurring a mixture of excitement and surprise. Perhaps due to some unspoken need for greater discipline, it would seem that the Home Army has chosen to attach an officer, a major, to lend direct aid to your field efforts. So, I got a new guy, Henrik. Welcome aboard, Henrik. Day 7. That population, it started at like nearly 1 million. It's over half gone. Alright, so I'll look at Henry quick here before we move to the next mission, or before I end the video anyway. So he's got good academics and intuition. Even though he's a major, he's still a recruit in my eyes. And so he looks like he wields a pistol, or no, a revolver. Revolver is different than a pistol in this, by the way. You can see the weapon types here. So he's got a submachine gun and a revolver. A submachine gun can do a volley. It's guys in the top and bottom row, same column. For actually pretty good damage. That's decent damage for something that's hitting 2 people. And takes short ammo. This one takes a lot of ammo. Doesn't do a ton of damage, but it hits a lot of people. That's not bad, because there are times when it's like you've got 1 or 2 enemies that have, you know, they're almost dead. They almost burned to death or almost bled to death or something. And it's like, well, do I waste a whole attack on just that one guy to take him out because I want to get rid of the activation that goes along with them? Something like this, not only will you take that guy out, hopefully you'll also, you know, start whittling down the other people. So this guy's got clear shot and repelling fire. I think that might be the same gun, yep, that my actually, it told me that here, that my medic has. So the skills again are based on the weapon you're using. So the fact that this is the same pistol, it's the same skills. And experience, I'll look at those when I level people up. So alright, thanks for watching day 2 of WARSAW, and I'll probably upload a bunch of these at the same time, so there's probably another one already for you to watch. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later.